Welcome to Eye on Education, our special edition featuring the candidates running for the Nashua Board of Education, and the November 2nd municipal election continues now. I'm Ed Leicius. Thank you for watching. And we welcome now Rosmery Torres, candidate for the Board of Ed. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for running. So for people who may not have encountered you, because you run a couple of businesses here in Nashua, can you tell our viewers, who are you? Who's Rosmery?
Okay. Well, Rosmery was born in the Dominican Republic, and I came to the United States when I was 8 years old. My family and I moved to Nashua, and I started the public school systems here in Nashua in the 3rd grade, went to Ledge Street. I attended the ESL program, which is how I learned English, and went through Ledge Street, Elm Street, and the one high school at the time. So I graduated from Nashua High in the class of 2000. My husband and I have been married for 19 years. We have 3 kids, 2 that are currently in the district. One just started at Elm Street. So we have a 6th grader, we have a 4th grader in elementary, and our son will be entering the Nashua Public Schools in kindergarten next fall. I am a realtor in the area. I work for Purple Finch Properties, and my husband and I are also business owners in Nashua, so we own 2 businesses.
So you're prepared for challenges.
I am. With my experience thus far, I am.
Why the Board of Education?
So I grew up in Nashua, and being a product of this district and now going through it in a different perspective as being a parent, and seeing how much Nashua has actually grown over the years since I've been here, close to 30 years. I feel that the board needs representation of the diverse community, and it's a wonderful community. My husband and I, we're both graduates from this district, so we know how much it can give. And I was very fortunate to be able to have the opportunities that I received. Him as well. So I feel that in a way I can be a representation that I feel is not there currently.
If elected, what do you see as the 3 major topics to be addressed when the new board takes office in January?
Well, as we all know, the district is facing many challenges, even before the pandemic. One of the most pressing issues that I feel right now is leadership. I feel that the superintendent search is going to be one of the priorities for the new board next year. We need to be able to have strong, stable leadership in the district, one that will be engaged, that will be active listening, that will be collaborating with their administrators and with Board of Education and with the teachers union, especially with contracts renegotiation that are coming up in the next couple of years. That'll be a big thing. So a leadership that will be able to bring back trust to the community and be able to build that long-term relationship to be here for the long haul.
What would you like to see in the new superintendent?
I would like to see definitely a leader that would be, that would hopefully have some experience. I think this district needs it, especially given the size and many of the challenges that it's going to face. I would definitely want to see a superintendent that is engaged, and like I said, being able to work with building that relationship with the community, with the parents, with the administrators, that he or she will be leading. I would like to also see transparency and great communication as well.
Given what we've been through in the last search effort, do you feel that might keep good qualified candidates away from applying for Nashua?
I think that many of the challenges the district has faced could turn good candidates away, unfortunately. And that's also one of the reasons why I'm running as well, right? We need a board that is able to listen to the other side, to work together, to understand that there needs to be compromise and there needs to be a good, how do you say?
Balance, mix?
Yeah, definitely, definitely that. Because we all need to work together for the greater good, which is for the students. So we need to be able to find solutions together, no matter what side the solution comes from. But that's part in being able to listen, respect, and collaborate and work together.
Another issue that this next board will be facing is the redistricting with the opening down the road of the new middle school.
Yes.
I'm on the redistricting committee. We've just started our work. But what would you like to see? What type of product would you like to see us send to the Board of Education for you to deliberate on and ultimately approve?
Well, it's a good thing that you actually bring that up because I had spoken to Mr. Parker and I actually volunteered to be on that committee. So I'm looking forward to the first meeting that we're going to have next month. And one of the reasons why I decided to volunteer for that committee was because having grown up in the neighborhood, downtown where redistricting is going to be affected with where they'll go to in terms of the new middle school or one of the other existing middle schools, I feel that I can provide insight in that. Having come from those neighborhoods and also, my background with the ELL community, which we know a lot of them, live downtown. So I hope that I can be able to bring back to that committee as well, maybe some feedback that the community would have.
Civility at the meetings of late has been an issue. What can Rosmery Torres bring to the table to try to get that back on track and go back to normal, respective sessions of the Board of Education?
I think that differences need to be set aside as soon as they step into the boardroom. There is a good and healthy way and a respectful way to work with somebody, even if you don't agree. And I would like to be able to see some of that. I am willing to come to the table, willing to listen. Well, I will come to the table willing to listen. And it's all in a matter of agreeing to disagree respectfully and, not being able to bring anything personal or any politics into it. We're really there for the students, and that's what we need to strive for.
What do you feel your greatest strength is?
I think that I can bring a unique perspective to the board, given my background. I might be the only candidate currently that has gone through the school district, that has gone through the school district as an ESL student, that has graduated through the school district and is now going through it as a parent as well. So I feel that I can be an advocate for that community and vice versa, right? I can also be an advocate back as a board member back to the community to be able to help educate in what is going on in terms of policies and procedures, staff hiring, with definitely the challenges that the district has in the next couple of years with the Department of Justice agreement, in particular with the serving the ELL community. So I feel that I can be an advocate in both ways.
Money is always a topic. Cutback of federal, state monies. What would your approach be to prioritize where the spending is done in the district if you're elected?
So for the spending, I think with several contracts coming up for renegotiation and the staffing shortages that the district has had, I think that's definitely one of the areas that we need to look at more. We need to be more competitive in our hiring and have different hiring strategies, right? We have to be, as a district, actively recruiting for teachers and for paras and for subs. And one way to make it more competitive and more attractive would be to be able to have higher pay. Another way that we can make it also more attractive is with, more professional development. And I know that's one of the areas that the district would be looking to work towards as well, especially with the, like I mentioned, the DOJ agreement and that being one of the things that the district needs to work on.
Before we go, is there anything you'd like to say to the voters of Nashua on why they should vote for you?
Like I said before, I come with a variety of backgrounds, being an immigrant, having learned English, having gone through the ESL program through this school district, graduating, going to college, starting a business, working for myself, I'm currently the PTO president for an elementary school where my daughter's, my second is going now, and my son will be going next year. So I have a variety of skills that I can bring to the table. Listening, being able to work with others, collaborate, negotiate, respect, represent, advocate.
Go and vote on Election Day.
Yes, I hope that you will remember and vote for me, Rosmery Torres, for Election Day on November the 2nd for a seat on the Board of Education. And if you have any other questions, there's definitely other ways that you can reach me. I have a Facebook page for my BOE campaign. I can also be reached via email. Rosmery, and that's ROSMERY 4BOE@gmail.com. And I can definitely respond back or set time to talk on the phone and be able to answer any further questions that you may have.
In the Nashua School District, there are over 60 languages that are spoken by students. Spanish, the most popular. Is there anything you would like to say to that community about why they should vote for you?
Yes, certainly. Soy Rosmery Torres, candidata para el Consejo Escolar. Espero que con la experiencia que yo he tenido a través de venir a este país, aprender inglés, graduarme de las escuelas de Nashua, estudiar una carrera aquí y mi esposo y yo poder abrir negocio en Nashua, espero que con esa experiencia ustedes me vean como poder representarlos en el Consejo Escolar o la Junta de Educación y representar la comunidad y la voz que necesitamos tener en nuestra comunidad. Espero que vayan y voten por mí noviembre 2 en las elecciones. Muchas gracias.
You've been watching a special edition of eYe on Education. I'm Ed Leishus. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.